Hi and all. This is K. Saket Reddy from D section. Today, my topic is a advanced mathematics library from JavaScript. Maths.js is a JavaScript library that brings advanced mathematics to a web browser and server. The case study in this article demonstrates its flexibility by extending the library using custom functions to solve and optimize a rocketry trajectory. Several benchmarks, comparisons with other JavaScript libraries, and state of the art mathematics software are presented, and the current challenges facing Maths.js, including performance and size, are discussed. Math.js is a extensive math library for JavaScript. It features a flexible expression parser with support for symbolic computation, comes with a large set of built-in functions and constants, and offers an integrated solutions to work with different data types and like numbers, big numbers, complex numbers, fractions, units, matrix, powerful and easy to use. JavaScript performs all its math tasks using floating point math. Using floating point numbers works fine up to a point, but then you encounter rounding errors. If you regularly need high precision numeric outputs, such as performing financial or scientific calculation, you need one or more of these type or these libraries. JavaScript math library can be bit vexing. Many offerings don't actually offer math functionality, even though they are built as a math libraries. As a math libraries vary greatly in their functionality. Supports numbers, big numbers, complex numbers, fraction, units, strings, arrays, and matrix. Is compatibility with JavaScript built-in math library. Contains a flexible expression parser, does symbolic computation, comes with a large set of built-in functions and consonants and constants, can be used as a command line application as well, runs as a runs on any JavaScript engine, is easily extensible, open source. The numbers.js library provides a sus- substantial math functionality for server side use. You can use it perform tasks in these categories: basic calculations, complex numbers, calculus, digital signal processing, matrix operation, computing prime numbers, statistics, general calculus. The documentation with numbers.js is terrible, which is fortunate because the library does provide a wealth of functionality. Follow these steps to see a full list of functions in the current version of numbers.js. Type node and press enter a node.js command prompt. You see a greater than sign appears on screen. Type var test equals to require numbers and enter and press enter. This action loads the library so you can work with it. Type console.log of test and press enter. You now see a full hierarchical list of structure of functions. The numeric JavaScript library focus on these categories of calculation: linear algebra, complex numbers, splines, ODE solver, unconstrained optimization, PDE, and sparse linear algebra. Math libraries in in where they run. Numerical JavaScript runs on the client rather than on the server, as numbers.js does. The advantage in spending in performing small calculations: a client-side library typically runs small calculations faster because it does not have to transfer a data over the network. However, the advantage is that a client-side library does not have easy access to server data when uh, performing a large complex calculations. The math library category does not just include those that perform calculations. Part of problem with creating precision math in JavaScript in which in the is a way in which the user interacts with the page that supports the math operation. Precision already costs you a premium in the form of calculation time. However, adding to the cost by transferring whole page elements back and forth between the client and server makes things worse. The Tangle library helps you create reactive documents ones that interact with the user in contextual manner with extremely fast response time. The reactive nature of pages makes it possible for the user to interact with the math functionality in way that would normally be possible only with a desktop application where everything is localized. The unique aspect of Tangle is that it provides a simpler way to obtain input from the user. For example, a user might see a numeric value underlined on the page. When the mouse hovers over the value, a small balloon tip saying drag appears on screen. A small button tip saying drag appears on the screen. The user drags and finds that the value increases or decreases. A number of math libraries accepts input of specific kind or create output to make numbers human readable. The accounting.js library is a prime example. It helps a developer creating pleasing numeric output, and it also accepts formatting input. For example, if someone tries to input $1,000, $1 lakh to JavaScript, the software complains because it can't parse such input as a number. Using accounting.js makes it possible for a user to input these sort of information and still have JavaScript accept it as a number. A single article can't provide you a complete list of all math libraries available. You can probably find a library for most needs. A good place to start, such is Jester site or JSWiki of math libraries, which provides individualized summaries. The two things you need to consider: a highest priority uh, or getting on the right result and getting the result easily. It does not matter how nice the library is. If you don't get the right result, and making things hard only increases the chance of human errors. Here are some of the math objects: abs of x, a cos of x, a sin of x, a tan of x, a tan 2 of y comma x, ceil of x, cos of x, exp of x, floor of x, log of x, max of x comma y comma z up to of n numbers, same as minimum of x comma y comma z comma up to n numbers, power x comma y, random, round of x, sin of x, square root of x, tan of x. Thank you.